Give me sunshine all the time.
It's a popular misconception that a terminal illness only affects the person living with it. But the reality is that many people are profoundly changed by it, not least those who are closest to us.
I can't say I'll wake up like this thinking, am I going to die tomorrow? Shaking or worrying about death like that.
Oh, I've been identified with him about not letting your condition dominate you. That's good man. Very positive. Inspiration. For me, the enemy within my own body. My own immune system is attacking me from the inside out.
The thought is that some kind of factor kicks off the immune system, so there might be some infection that you have, and then the ability for it to switch off again is void. It keeps on attacking, for instance, let's say the lungs as an enemy. So they'll go and attack the tissue in the lungs. In Zoe's case, with the nose, the cartilage from the bone to the tip of the nose, they've attacked that and destroyed that.
It's tough to accept that something that should protect me has turned on me and damaged so much of me and left me looking like this.
And that's where, if it isn't caught by the medical people and the immune system suppressed, then the inevitable can happen. It can lead to death.
Zach, what do you understand by vasculitis?
Quite a lot, because they've explained a lot to me about what goes on. I've researched it myself and that, and what's happened on the internet, just using Google.
What's your take on it? How would you describe it?
Well, it's just a horrible condition affecting people who don't deserve to have it. So, just a cruel condition.
Yeah. Just hearing you.
Well, it's that much a part of our life, isn't it, now?
Yeah.
As much as anything for all of us. So we all fight it together. Because very often I'll find myself, I'll say, oh, we've got an appointment. What medicine are we going to have? It's the royal we. Because, and that's a subconscious thing, I think. We've all done it because we see it as all of us are fighting this together. And it's not just Zoe on her own, like when have you got an appointment? It's that we all go through it together, don't we?
We do. Oh, yeah.
That I haven't always shown the right attitude to my dear wife. In fact, I've been, and I have to be honest, Chris, very unreasonable at times. I've levelled off a little bit now.
But you've been poorly, John.
But I had been very ill, and I'd been on strong dose of steroids, which I think, not blaming the drugs, but I think the chemotherapy with the steroid input really made me very morose, and I took it out on my family.
No, you haven't. You've been very good. You've been very positive. But of it, naturally, it gets you down. At least we've had 3 years of it, you know.
Yeah. And you just forgive me for getting a bit emotional, but I have been unfair.
You haven't.
Because of the things I've said and done, and Margaret's been poorly, and I have apologised.
Don't be silly.
I have apologised. I'll level off in a minute.
You're doing very well.
I have apologised to all my family. I am an emotional man. My father was the same, and this disease has made me very emotional, and I can walk into the garden and break down, thinking of my parents and my wife, and I like to think I'm getting control of it, but because the type of man I am, I have a struggle with the emotions,
But you're smiling as
well.
well.
That's it.
This is where the balance comes in.
That's the balance, yeah.
The balance. Explain the balance. How do you mean?
Well, obviously, get down.
The cat is nice. The cat is nice.
Sorry, I thought you'd be in
Make
your
a
way.
family portrait.
The balance being, I believe, helps to keep us relatively positive, but there are times when we go really low, because it's a physical thing, isn't it? And John isn't the man he was, he hasn't got the same energy, and naturally we don't know what's going to happen, and it's that uncertainty, and the anxiety that wears at you, really.
Yeah. I always think, I take one day at a time.
Like John said, you take each day and you appreciate that day, and if it's a good day, which sometimes John's better than others, then you enjoy it.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Whereas perhaps before we were a bit blasé about life.
Take things for granted.
Yeah.
Take each other for granted, which it's that's not good, because there are times when Margaret will come into the room and I'll say to her, I want to hold your hand and I want to hold you and I need a hug, and I felt that this disease has promoted that in me, that I need the contact because of the possibility of things changing for my family, my wife, and I need to reassure myself that my wife's there for me and I want to hold her.
Is this affection or neediness? What do you think?
Well, it's both. It's both for me. It's affection. I say to my daughter, Rachel, and Rachel says, Dad, I don't like you doing this. I says, I want to love you. I want to hold you. And my
she
son,
doesn't like being held. She doesn't like it under those circumstances.
Rachel perhaps was thinking that, Dad's going to tell me something or how he's feeling, but it's not that. I was 69 the other day, February. I don't feel 69. I don't feel 59. If I hadn't got this disease, I'd knock this house over, Chris. I would. I'd knock this. I'd be clearing the snow, wouldn't I, love?
Yeah.
Because
you cleared the snow.
I cleared the snow the other day. I cleared it all.